Hello lovely people, I'm Debs. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Raina Read Stuff. I'm here in the book shack. It's cold. What time is it? It's 10 to 4, the sun's just going down. It's getting colder, so I'm all wrapped up. I was determined, however, to do a book tag on Tag Tuesday because I've been very bad about this and I don't know why. So I'm going to do it. This is How's That? It's a cricket themed tag. It's a new tag that was created by Gavin at Genre Books. Gavin kindly tagged me. My lovely friend Pat at Book Chat with Pat also tagged me. She knew I'd been tagged, but the last time she didn't tag me, I moaned, and so she tags me in everything now. It's great. Never miss out on a tag. Right. Let me tell you what I know about cricket. Cricket, to me, means ice cream and gin and tonics. Ice cream because when I was very small, one set of my grandparents lived in Twickenham. And if we were visiting and the cricket was on Twickenham Green, my granddad would take me to the green. He'd park himself on a chair under a tree. He'd buy me an ice cream and just let me play while he got a chance to watch the cricket. Secondly, it means gin and tonic because when I was older, there was a lovely little country pub that we used to like to go to occasionally. It was a great place. It had a lovely outdoor area, great place to sit on a summer's evening, and it was right next to a cricket pitch. One evening we were there, someone hit the ball way out, and there was this big smash, and a guy went running off to the pub car park to see where the ball had gone, and he came back with the ball yelling, "Blue Sierra!" And that was the vehicle whose windscreen had smashed. And I wasn't paying attention to the cricket, I was paying attention to the friends I was with and my gin and tonic. So that's my knowledge of cricket. Thankfully, you don't need a knowledge of cricket for this tag. So, there are 10 prompts. Let's go with it. Prompt number 1 is opening batsman. A writer who builds... Why can't I see that? Bear with me. I'm going to have to go somewhere else to get the tags in full so I can see them. Didn't even look to see whether I could see them or not. Right. I will be with you in a minute, honest. Right, okay, here we go. A writer... it's gone again. A writer who builds a solid opening of a book or just a great first line. This first line has stuck in my head since I very first read the book, which was decades ago. And it's, last night I dreamt I went to Mandalay again. It seemed to me I stood by the iron gate leading to the drive, and for a while I couldn't enter, for the way was barred to me. There was a padlock and a chain upon the gate. I called in my dream to the lodge keeper, and had no answer, and peering closer through the rusty spokes of the gate, I saw that the lodge was uninhabited. That's the first short paragraph of Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and I like it a lot. So that's question number 1. Number 2, opening partner. A writer who you've built a relationship with over time. That would be a writer called Ismail Kadare, who is an Albanian writer. And I was heading to Albania many years ago, and I wanted to read some literature. This was recommended to me by Lonely Planets, a Lonely Planet book. So I read it and it was brilliant. I have since read many, many more, and I like the way Ismail Kadare writes. He won the first Man Booker International Prize in 2005. Can't remember when I went to Albania. But this is very good. I love his work. Okay, question number 3. First change. Imagine you finished a book you didn't enjoy, or DNF a book. Who's the dependable author you turn to who won't let you down? I've got 2 here. Apologies for the cover. No one wants to see actors all over it. But the first of my go-to authors is Agatha Christie. This is Murder on the Orient Express. This is one I've yet to read. I ought to do that. And this is Tove Jansson. And I love the Moomin books. Can you see my Moomin? There's a Moomin up here. People are always buying me Moomin things. But also I love her writing for adults. It's gentle and pastoral and thoughtful and just beautifully written, and it is guaranteed to just clear the brain of any disconcerting thoughts. Next question. I struggled with this question. Middle order. What are the last 3 books you've read that, were you to mark them out of 5, would get a definite 3? Well, I had to go back quite a long way to get 3. I'm one of these people that if I'm not raving about a book, I don't really want to read it. Although 3 is a good mark. These 3 books all had something that I wasn't quite sure about. It wasn't that I didn't like them, it's that I wasn't quite sure about. The first is Night Train by Martin Amis that I read last month, I think. And yeah, I just wasn't sure about it. Yeah, we'll leave it there. The second one is by Michael Bond, author of Paddington. I think Paddington is fabulous. I think his adult character, Monsieur Pamplemousse, is less fabulous. I read Monsieur Pamplemousse in The French Connection, and Monsieur Pamplemousse was a police officer and is now a restaurant critic, and he solves crimes. It was a bit madcap for me, and not madcap in the laugh out loud sort of way. It was just a crazy book. And the third one is one I buddy read with Alan at Alan's Reads back in April. And this was I Am Pilgrim by Terry Hayes. And I think we both agreed that it was okay. yeah, it was fine. We enjoyed reading it, but it wasn't anything special. And both of us have since given our copies of the book away. Now, number 5. Wicket Keeper. Tell us about a strong or eccentric character. One of my favourite eccentric characters of recent years has been Ove from a man called Ove by Frederick Batsman, and he is a grumpy old WhatsApp. The opening scenes of the book have him attempting to commit suicide. His wife has died, and then a Latino family move in opposite him, and as far as he's concerned, cause chaos. They can't park cars, they can't move their furniture. They're pretty useless, really. Ove's a fabulous character, and Frederick Batsman is a great writer. All-rounder. That's next. Yes, number 6, all-rounder. A writer you think is excellent in multiple genres. I am going to go here with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who, although being renowned for his Sherlock Holmes books, wrote so much more, and I think his writing is always excellent, and certainly he's worth exploring further than Sherlock Holmes. Spinner. This is number 7. A writer who completely bamboozled and deceived you with a plot twist. This is Durian Sukagawa, Sweet Bean Paste. This is just the most fabulous book. Absolutely gorgeous. It's about a man who runs a cake shop, drinks too much, has been a minor criminal, and Toku, an elderly lady, comes into his life and just changes it. And there's a twist in this book that I really wasn't expecting. It says it's a charming tale of friendship, love, and loneliness in contemporary Japan. It's just a brilliant book. This might be slightly controversial. Tell us about a writer where you rate their short stories above their novels. Well, I'm going to try and do something to rectify this, but the author for me is Charles Dickens. And I've made no bones about the fact that I've struggled with Charles Dickens over the years. To start with, at school, we read Hard Times. I hated it. I hated it with a passion. And therefore, I did not read any more Charles Dickens for about 40 years. Then I thought, this is ridiculous. Everyone raves about Charles Dickens. I shall read some more. So I read A Tale of Two Cities. I reread Hard Times. I loved A Tale of Two Cities. I appreciated Hard Times. I enjoyed it and appreciated what Dickens was saying. But I love his short stories. I've also read Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol, but that's been it. Now I'm doing a buddy read. No, not a buddy read. There's a group read, a Dickens at Christmas group read, that starts next month. We're reading the Pickwick Papers as a group read, but I am also going to read some more short stories by Dickens, and A Ghost of Christmas Past, which is another event for December. The group read for that is The Signalman, which is a ghost story and is brilliant. I love it. So yeah, that's my choice for a fast bowler. Number 9, Chin Music, a book with a brutal or visceral scene that left scars. Earlier this summer, there was the summer of Steinbeck, and I read The Grapes of Wrath for the first time, and I thought it was fabulous. And although, I mean, there is some violence in this, the brutal scenes for me were the scenes where man turns on fellow man for no reason other than they don't understand anything about their life. And this really highlighted for me the horrific things that people can do to other people. And I've spent a long time thinking about this book since. It was incredible. I think this is my best book of the year. And then finally, 12th Man, Refreshments. Suggest a palate cleanser of a book. Well, I'm going to suggest a palate cleanser of an author. This is Richard Osman, The Impossible Fortune. This is the 5th book in the Thursday Murder Club series, all of which I absolutely love. And they're fun. I mean, but they're fun with a good plot. He plots well. His characters are great. These are set in an old people's home, and you have a former spy, a former psychologist, a former boxer and trade unionist, and a former nurse, all in their twilight years, who are solving crimes, and they're funny, the characters are well drawn, the pace is good, and they are a really good palate cleanser. So, those are my answers. How's that? Like I say, I know nothing about cricket. Gavin tagged a load of people. Pat then tagged a load of people. So I'm just going to say, if you want to do this tag, you really need to know nothing more about cricket than ice cream and gin and tonic, and it's a really fun tag. So thank you, Gavin, for tagging me, and to Pat, who never fails to tag me. And that's it from me for today. So I shall speak to you soon. Thank you for popping by. Always lovely to see you. And bye for now.